Welcome back to the channel, everybody, and I hope you're doing fine. Today we're going to talk about the new update in Hunt Showdown, and we have a balloon now. We also will talk about some balance changes, but as always, timestamps in the description below so you can jump to the topics that you're interested in. But I think we will start with the balloon first, so let's talk about that. As you can see right here, every stronghold has now a cargo balloon, and they work kinda like an extraction for your valuable loot. And you can extract literally everything with that. So I brought a token from a boss, but you can also use the token from a stronghold. You can use it for the crates that you will find at the stronghold. All of that can be loaded into that balloon. Now, how do you inflate the balloon? Each balloon is connected to 3 gas tanks via a network of hoses. So you have to follow these hoses, then go to the gas tanks and open the valve. The more gas tanks support the balloon, the faster the balloon is ready to depart. So with 1 crank open, it takes 12 minutes. With 2 cranks open, it takes 6 minutes. And with 3 cranks open, it takes 4 minutes. You can also check this display here to see how far your progress is. Now, you don't have to stick around to hear when the balloon is ready, because that thing will hiss twice at you. The first time it hisses once you hit 50%, and the second time when it's done at 100%. And once it's fully inflated, then you just interact with the balloon itself, and then it leaves, and that's it. So let's talk a little bit more about the cargo that you can get. So you saw already in the clip that there are new cargo crates. So you have cargo crates for scarce ammo, for hunt dollars, and now the orange ones for weapons. There's always a worn version and a standard version. For example, when we talk about the hunt dollars, the worn one is 100 and the standard one gives you 250 hunt dollars. The worn weapon cargo crates, they give you a random pistol, rifle and shotgun. And these weapons are not considered contraband, so you can even sell them if you want to. The scarce weapon cargo crates, they give you, well, as the name already tells you, scarce weapons. For example, the shredder or the flame rifle. The worn scarce ammo cargo crates give you 1 instance of a random scarce ammo type. With the standard scarce ammo cargo crate, it tells you already what kind of ammo it's gonna be, but not for which gun. And when it comes to the bounty tokens, I tried to store multiple ones in there, but only 1 bounty token got stored in a dedicated bounty canister. But it doesn't matter which one it is. It can be from the boss itself, or it can be from the stronghold boss, and I assume it can also be from the wild target. Now, there are of course counterplays, because otherwise this would be kind of weird. You can disrupt these extracting balloons by shooting the valves. So not shooting the actual gas barrels, you need to shoot the valves. Once you do hit a valve, it stops supplying the balloon, slowing down inflating the balloon. You can of course just go there and turn off the valve, that's totally fine too. A little bit more stealthy, I assume. But very often you might not be in range because, well, they're shooting at you. So shooting the valve is the best option to disrupt their plans. In case you're wondering, the moment it says that you extracted the stuff, you're safe. So if anything happens to you and your hunter should not be able to extract, you will still get the rewards pop up the moment you're back in the lobby. And one final thing that I realized while testing this, be careful which crates you put into the balloon. Because once placed, you can't get them out anymore, and you also can't swap them anymore. So when you place 4 crates into the balloon, and then you find a rare weapon scarce box, and you want to take it in the balloon, there is no more space anymore, and you cannot swap any of the boxes for it. So you have to carry that one to the extraction if you want to get the rewards for that. Now, there is one thing that is very important. Just because you are loading the balloon doesn't mean the crates are for you the moment the balloon leaves. So what can happen is that you load the balloon and then you inflate the thing, but somebody else shows up, interacts then at the end with the balloon, and the guy who is getting the final interaction, or the balloon flying away, they get all the rewards. So be careful when there are gunfights and you can hear the 100% sizzle from the balloon, that not somebody runs over there and just steals the balloon extraction from you. So what do we think about this? So first of all, the first time I saw the balloon, I was like, that balloon thingy looks weird. It was like already somewhat inflated, but it didn't move at all. I like how the balloon looks during the inflation process, but I assumed it would be like laying on the floor and you know, and then it just rises, because you go there and it just looks weird. Yeah, sure, I guess there's already a little bit of gas in the balloon, and it's probably easier to do it that way. But it looks like you took a piece of rag, put some glue on it, and let that dry. I have a hard time describing this, actually. Otherwise, I think this is cool. It's just one more way to extract, which is, I think, fine, especially against extraction campers. So, that's good. On the other hand, there is no map notification when somebody starts a balloon extraction. Maybe that would be cool, that the moment you start it, you get a notification that somebody's working on the valves in a stronghold. Kinda immersion breaking, I guess, because how are you supposed to know this? But you could go there, fill that thing almost full, start the banish at the stronghold, and you can time it then that the balloon is ready the moment the banish in the stronghold is done. Which gives not a lot of time to counteract. So not a lot of people go to stronghold anymore. I mean, now with the balloon update, everybody will go there because they want to see the new stuff. But just in general, later on. So you start the balloon inflation, and you need a line of sight to the balloon to see actually from afar that somebody's working on that thing, which is not always given. And then with some experience, you can line up the banishment from the caged boss with the 100% inflation of the balloon, and there's literally no counterplay to that, or almost no counterplay. So what you need to do now to be on the safe side is, the moment the caged boss gets banished, you have to sprint over there because you have no clue if they already started inflating the balloon. I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe for a gameplay balance thing, once the balloon starts inflating, like for the very first time, don't spam the server every time somebody turns a valve. That would be horrible. That might be, from a balance point of view, a neat addition. Let me know in the comment section what you think about it. I have mixed feelings. Overall, I like it. I especially like that you can get then maybe a better scarce weapon cargo crate, where you get then the shredder or the flame rifle, because right now you just can't get the weapons. You need the Inferno event for the flame rifle, and you need the circus for the shredder. So this is also a nice addition for, you know, maybe you didn't have time during the Inferno. You still have a chance right now to get scarce weapon. I like that the hunt dollar rewards are low with 100 and 250. And keep in mind, normally when you extract the cargo crates, you also extract a bounty token one way or the other, be it the caged boss or be it a token that you brought yourself. So it's just a little bonus on top. Also, it's kind of annoying to carry these boxes to the extraction. And now as a solo, I can even extract with multiple ones. So overall, a thumbs up. I have some concerns regarding gameplay that, you know, we will see over the next couple days and weeks. And the only thing that I actually do not like is the initial state, the 0% state of the balloon. It looks weird. But okay, let's talk about the other things. Okay, so let's talk about gunplay and the balancing. And one big topic today will be shotguns. So what you see a lot right now is that people take the 2-slot shotguns. So they address this in this patch. I personally think it was not the biggest issue, because for the Auto 5, which I rarely saw the last couple of days, for me this problem was more or less solved. But hey, all big shotguns got more ammo. I'm not gonna go through all the guns because there is a lot. Let's just say that on average you get between 2 and 4 more shots. Let's take, for example, here I have the rifle. The basic ammo goes from 8 to 12, slugs from 5 to 8. We're talking here about the spare ammo. It always rubbed me the wrong way that a rifle of slugs has 5 spare ammo. So that goes up. If you commit to the shotgun, you actually get more ammo. The thing is, though, that they nerfed the short shotguns. For example, let's stick with the rifle. I have here the Rifle 78 Shorty. The basic ammo goes from 6 spare to 4, Flechette from 6 to 4, Dragon Breath from 6 to 4, slugs from 4 to 3. Like 3 spare slugs is like you get 5 shots with that thing. That's kinda crazy. Penny Shot from 9 to 6 and Star Shell for the sake of completion from 4 to 3. The too long didn't read because you can check that yourself, because I'm gonna put the patch notes once they're available in the description and a pinned comment, or one of them, I don't know. Big shotguns, more ammo, which I think is okay. And small shotguns, they got nerfed in the ammo department. Yeah, okay. I'm a little bit worried we will see then more dual wielding, and I'm not the biggest fan of that, but let's see. The next thing that they changed is also pricing. Overall, balancing by price tag is always a horrible choice because you only hit the people who can't afford it in the first place. So, yeah, the people with a lot of money are not affected. I'm gonna say though that balancing by price always has an effect on the servers. I remember with the Officer Carbine when they made it more expensive, you saw it way less because, yeah, people didn't want to spend the money on it. But the big winners here are, I would say, the Terminus that dropped to 168 from 238. Some of them got a little bit more expensive, like a Trauma for the Rival is now 180 instead of 160. But again, it's like $40 to $60 max changes. It's kind of whatever. Now, on top of that, there are a few more balance changes for guns, and I don't know if they actually do anything. Let me just put the facts right here. So the Springfield, something that I see way less right now, got a damage increase. So it deals now 139, up from 132. And High Velocity has now 132 damage, up from 126. And the explosive damage is now 125 from 123. Which 2 damage actually means a lot, because missing a small bar means the Springfield with explosive damage can body tap you with a direct hit. But hey, I think the main problem that the Springfield has, it's a 4 slot and not a 3 slot. A few more points of damage here and there will not really matter, especially since explosive ammo is scarce ammo anyway, and you will rarely play that. So, yeah. So, with the bleed ammo being scarce though, I think this is the strongest thing. The Springfield is just not really the best option right now. And the only thing that you can actually do to save it is make it a 3 slot. I don't mind the Springfield being a 4 slot, but it's kind of weird because then let's jump to the next gun. We have the Berthier, and the Berthier is a 3 slot, which is straight up wrong. I'm sorry, the Berthier should be a 4 slot. I know it's a carbine, I don't care. Okay, it's just bonkers. They reduced now a little bit the damage from 132 to 128, and Spitzer damage got reduced to 109 from 113. This will rarely matter, because before damage drop off, regular ammo will still delete you when you're missing a small bar, and Spitzer can't do it anyway. There will be these weird distances where the slight damage nerf will matter, but will you actually feel this? I'm not 100% sure. I think playing here with the damage values of these weapons is nice. I'm surprised though that not a single weapon got changed in slot size yet. But again, I hope they will do this. And then the Nitro got another buff. Sweet. So when you shoot now slugs from a Nitro, you don't have this random deviation, you know? So when you shoot slugs, it goes where you aim up to a certain point, and when you shoot at mid to long range distances, then the slugs will start to deviate from its path, making it inaccurate. And that is now removed. I mean, you still have crazy drop, I assume, on the slugs for a Nitro, but hey. And Shadow Leap trade got buffed, thank the Lord, from 4 to 3 seconds. Shadow Leap is such a weird thing. It was really strong. I think it was actually a 2-second channel time, and you could even kill Metans with that, which was objectively too strong. But then they took it away from being able killing Meatheads, and they doubled the time to 4 seconds. So when I run in a straight line now at the grunt, the channel time is basically done the moment I arrive at the grunt. Making that thing for fast travel kinda useless. It can still be used when you're pinned down and you wanna teleport away, but a little buff for Shadow Leap I think is nice. Okay. And then there are like a couple more things, for example, player profile customization, that some of the previous or some of the old legendary hunters get now their own avatar card and other things, but yeah, that's none of my business if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. So the exciting things are Balloon, which will fun a lot of people together for PvP, which is nice. And then the shotgun balances, I think only the short shotgun will actually matter. Big shotguns, I rarely run out of ammo, so it's fine with the short shotguns, you will feel it. And then some Springfield, Bettier changes. It's gonna be kind of whatever. As long as you do not touch the slot size. Okay, and I would say with that, let's roll the outro. Short video today, but I think it's okay. Not everything needs to be 60 minutes long, especially when the update it's just a minor one. Big shout out to my patrons, so thank you for supporting me over on Patreon. You guys are as always freaking amazing. And then I have my Linktree. If you want to connect with me or just want to see a few doggo pictures every now and then, feel free to join me there. And then at the end, more videos. We have Hunt, obviously. There will hopefully be Hunger very, very soon. I hope they're gonna lift the NDA of that in the next days. That would be dope. I see you in the next one. Until then, have a good day and bye-bye.